Welcome everyone and thank you so much for joining in. So before I dive into this content, I just want to make you guys aware that we also have not just only Crypto Anup English channel but also Crypto Anup German channel. So for all German speaker, if you want to follow me there, then just go to the video description down below. You will find the link there, and also we are going to keep you updated there in a regular basis. Now let's jump into our content, because if you are aware, yesterday I showed you this one example where we are going to see some more consolidation, range bound, and maybe a fake out towards this 40,000 range before price starts breaking here to the upper direction. Because according to this golden cross, which we have already talked plenty of time in my videos, the price of Bitcoin, since it's forming a pretty similar scenario just like here from past Bitcoin price action, after this rising wedge, a bearish scenario, we saw this price retracement, and before breaking here to the upside, we again formed this bullish scenario, which is a falling wedge, and had a really nice breakout. And exactly before forming this falling wedge, we also saw a dead cross playing out, and after the dead cross, price did saw some sort of a retracement but still managed to see this impulsive movement. And this here, right, was also very similar. Rising wedge, price failed to find support at the support line. After that, we saw this retracement, and now exactly the area where we also formed this dead cross, just like here, we are also forming this falling wedge, which is looked as a bullish scenario. So we have said, if this is going to be a pretty similar scenario just like it from past Bitcoin price action, then the price of Bitcoin could see some more consolidation between this 42 to 44,000 range, a pullback towards this 40,000 range, and then a new impulsive price movement. So let's see how this scenario is going to play out in price action of Bitcoin. So that's why we are going to keep it like this. And not just only this one here, guys, if you are also aware, on my previous videos I have talked about many different scenarios, but this one is still one of the very valid scenario which we can still look at. Why? Because if we look at this right angle broadening wedge, according to the right angle broadening wedge, right now where we are finding support at this lower line area. And according to this example, as you can see, price finding support at the lower line area could see some sort of a relief rally. And if this is not a false direction hint, right, where the price sees this impulsive movement, then again a corrective movement, then we are aware the price of Bitcoin must break out of this resistance line, which is the 20 exponential moving average. And this 20 exponential moving average, this green line, is sitting around 44,400 price area. So let's say 44,000 to 44,500, this resistance line must be broken at any cost, because otherwise it could see a movement here in this manner, price retesting this 20 exponential moving average, and then another pullback, right, just like here as shown in the example, another pullback towards this lower line area before showing this actual bullish scenario. Because if it's going to happen like this here, guys, price retesting the lower line area before showing another impulsive movement, then we are also aware this example would make a lot of sense, where we are also expecting price of Bitcoin to see some more consolidation, a pullback towards the 40,000 range, and a actual breakout scenario. So that's why, guys, we will be monitoring this one example and also this one from right angle broadening wedge very carefully, because they are playing out parallelly very well. And if the price of Bitcoin, let's say, shows an actual movement without seeing this retracement towards this 40,000 range, then as I've already said you, this resistance line, which is lying between this 44,000 to 44,500 20 exponential moving average, must be flipped into support. Because if we do that, then we are aware the price of Bitcoin could be ready for this new movement, where we could be getting gravitated towards the upper line area. And this upper line area is lying around 50 to 51,000 price area. So this is exactly what we also want the price of Bitcoin to do. But we have to be careful, because I said you 44,000 to 44,500 resistance is a very important resistance line for Bitcoin. And not just only this one here, guys, not just only this one here. If you are aware, I have talked about this falling wedge, and why this falling wedge right now is also playing a very important role in a daily time frame. Because according to the falling wedge, lower line here is a very strong line of support, upper line is a very strong line of resistance. So that's why if the price of Bitcoin wants to show an actual movement, we want to flip this resistance into support and also break out of this 44,000 to 44,500 range, because if we do that, then you can see we will be breaking out of this falling wedge, and finding support above it will indicate a clear sign of new trend from here on, because falling wedge is usually looked as a very bullish scenario. So that's why guys, right now as you can see, all eyes are going to be around this 44,000 to 44,500 price range, and let's see whether the price of Bitcoin is also going to close above it or not. And not just only this one here, if you would also remember, yesterday I showed you this one example where the price of Bitcoin has shown a pretty similar scenario before breaking it to the upside, right? And if you compare this one here, the falling wedge, and if we would say if this is an actual breakout here to the upside, then the price of Bitcoin must find a proper support around this falling trend line, because finding proper support, right, you can see has started a new move here to the upside. So that's why we have said if the price of Bitcoin is going to say, hey, the 40,000 was the bottom, then we don't want to create another lower lows, because we want the price to stay above this 40,000 range, consolidate and start this new trend from here. But to form all this bullish scenario, the 44 to 44,500 resistance must be flipped into support at any cost. Otherwise, right, otherwise this could turn out to be a move here in this manner, again a pullback towards the lower line area, and then again showing this actual bullishness. So that is the reason why I'm actually showing you so many different perspectives regarding this price action at this current stage. And also, if you remember properly from yesterday, I added this cup and handle here because many were talking about this one, and exactly if you look at this right now, you can see this cup and handle does make a lot of sense, because if you look at this simple price movement, the pullback what we witnessed could be a handle formation, and now if this is also going to play out as an actual cup and handle, then we want the price flip this resistance around this neckline area into support. That is again going to be around this 44,000 to 44,500, right, and close the daily above it. Then there is a very high probability of price also continue this rally again here to the upside, because according to this cup and handle, right now if you look at this price target, we can see very clearly after breaking out of this neckline and flip it into support, we could be getting gravitated towards this 47,000 range. So that's why for all this scenario, all this bullish scenario to play out, the price of Bitcoin must find a proper support above this 44,000 to 44,500 range at any cost. Otherwise, we could be finding ourselves trapped between this 44 to 40,000 range in this way. I mean, price seeing this movement, right, and consolidating inside this parallel channel before choosing an actual trend direction. So these are some of the interesting scenario and quick update I wanted to share with you in today's video. And if you are still not aware of my Crypto Anup German channel, then guys, the link regarding the Crypto Anup German channel will be given in the description down below. So for all the German speaker, feel free to follow me there. So guys, this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the video was helpful enough. If that's the case, then hit the like button. And for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye guys.